Hi everyone and welcome back to Delicado. My name's Ben and I'm the sommelier here, along with Sam Smith, who you'll sometimes see and I think you're going to see in vlogs in the future here. Now today we're looking at a Pinot Gris. Now we've looked at Pinot Gris before and it comes in many forms because Pinot Noir, the sort of parent variety, is prone to mutation. So you might see Pinot Noir, Pinot Gris, Pinot Blanc, Pinot Meunier, and they're all derived from one original grapevine stock, but there's red versions and white versions. Now Pinot Gris is a grape that naturally when it gets ripe turns pink, so it's not uncommon to see a pink tinted Pinot Gris. Don't be afraid if you do see some, it's not because the glass was dirty and had a bit of red in it, it actually is that colour. Now a lot of the winemakers actually remove that colour through filtration, so it's normal to see a Pinot Gris or a Pinot Grigio that just looks like normal white wine. Anyway, Pinot Gris heralds traditionally from France, from Alsace, and there it's prone to ripeness, so they're quite rich, opulent, very textural wines, although on the nose and on the palate sometimes you don't really taste much fruit. When I see them it's usually things like orchard fruits, so apples and pears. Now the Italians, they pick their Pinot Gris earlier and they call it Pinot Grigio, and you can expect that wine to be a little lighter, a little racier, more acidic, and sometimes a better food matching style. Today we're looking at one that sort of sits on the cusp. It's labelled Pinot Gris, this is it here, and it's made by a really famous winemaker in Germany called Dr. Lusen. Now Dr. Lusen is based in the Mosel, which is the really famous Riesling area of Germany. But this actually comes from the Pfalz. Now the Pfalz is one of the other areas in Germany. There's quite a few if you're learning them all. But the Pfalz is very close to Alsace, so it's quite a warm area. It's a bit warmer than the Mosel. So normally Rieslings there, for instance, they seem a little more tropical, a bit more aromatic, and a less of that sort of orchard fruit apple character. In the glass, this has no pink tinge. It looks like normal white wine, and although it's quite cold, it smells like classical Pinot Gris. The orchard fruits, apples, pears, even this one's a bit like Jonathan apples or red-skinned apples. But on the palate, it has that real hallmark Pinot Gris texture. I'd say it's a light to medium-bodied white wine. It feels like there's sort of layers of texture there. But there's also some minerality and some good acid as well. And that's the sort of wine that I'd really enjoy on a warm summer's day or a beautiful spring day. But typically pairing with seafood or a nice salad or some white meat, poultry, or some pork. Particularly pork and applesauce, that's a classic combination with this style of wine. Anyway, this one is called Villa Wolf, and it's the 2010 Pinot Gris, and it's from Germany. So for something a little different, instead of going to France or Italy, try a German Pinot Gris. Salut!